Ooh, I am tired today. I had dissection today. And we took out the brain. It was really cool because here you're holding someone's consciousness. It's so weird to think about that. Yeah, you as a person are just a system of people. I'm so tired. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. But you're just like you're a collection of organs that are working to keep you alive, but who you are as a person depends on the entire consciousness and personality of what your brain is. And your brain holds all of that. And we saw like really deep structures like your hypothalamus, and we saw your brain stem and your cerebellum, and it was really cool. It was really interesting. We had neurosurgeon residents come in and help us like take out the brain because it was like a very delicate procedure. We didn't want to rip anything. We wanted to like maintain it all. And then next group is going to take out the eye, and then we're gonna cut the head off. That's gonna be very interesting. We'll see what happens. We also had an earthquake drill. I don't know what an earthquake is, I'll be honest. But it's California, which means there's going to be an earthquake. And so you have to get out into open space. I can't really look at the camera right now because I have my contacts in. And so I'm kind of like dazed and confused. But it's because I have my contacts in. And then we had an IPE class, and that was my interprofessional education. I think I mentioned it before, but if not, it was basically when we have so many health professionals on this campus, and basically the class takes one student from each health profession. So whether it's PA, optometry, dentistry, vet, PT, pharmacists, like us DOs, and we come together and we are given like certain scenarios, and we talk about how each of our profession can help deal with the situation at hand. And so our first case, it wasn't really a case. I mean, we talked about neurological disorders like ADHD or epilepsy, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, autism, multiple sclerosis, it was a very, very broad term of just neurological disorders in general. And we just basically talked about like what we can do, and then we talked about adverse child trauma and how that affects your health later in life. And I didn't realize, like I knew that there was a correlation, but I never realized that it was just so pervasive that if you had a traumatic experience when you were a child, whether a parent was abusive or drank too much or anything, it's correlated with you having like GI problems later or something like that. Like, it's all related. And so we have to be really cognizant as health professionals that when a patient comes in to complain about something, that it is not representative or indicative of something greater. And we have to be like mindful that that is a possibility, that someone can come in, like a parent can bring a child in and be like, oh, they fell down the stairs, but the bruises might feel suspicious, and you might think, oh, it might be child abuse, and we have a responsibility to report that or to look into it and make sure that the child isn't in any harm in any way. So yeah, good night. I'm so tired.